As a mother, and I simply cannot imagine being a mother in Gaza right now, or being a parent. And, you know, thinking about my daughter was a big part of why I resigned, because I knew at some point in the future she would hear about this. And when she asked me, if she said, "Mom, you were working for the State Department, like, what were you doing?" I wanted to be able to tell her. Oh, sorry. Inside the State Department, to me, and to many of my colleagues, it became clear very early on what the U.S. was going to do as far as this kind of unconditional support, and what Israel was going to do as far as really just essentially trying to destroy Gaza. That became clear extremely early on. Over the course of my time inside government, especially the essentially 6 months from October 7th to when I resigned, it just became clear that there was nothing someone on the inside could really do. Israel-Palestine was not one of the countries in my portfolio, but I was covering countries where I was observing directly the impact this conflict was having, and like I said, that the impossibility of trying to advocate for human rights. I wasn't initially planning to go public. I planned to just resign, and I'd let my supervisors know I was resigning over Gaza, and so I didn't think anybody would care that, you know, this very junior person who'd been there a year decided to speak out against it. But it was in conversations with colleagues who themselves were horrified by what was happening, but who were not in a position to resign, or who did feel that by staying on the inside, they were able to have an impact. And they said, "Please go public with your resignation. I'd done what I could on the inside. I just couldn't walk through the door anymore." I do think that, at least in terms of U.S. support for Israel, I do think that a generational change is coming. But in terms of kind of the broader trajectory of U.S. foreign policy, I'm worried for the future of this country and what effects that is likely to have on the rest of the world.
بیشتر بدانیم